Complexity theory can be extremely useful for economists, but also for policymakers. For example, in the financial sector, you can learn a lot about network theory and how banks interact with each other and how they rely on each other's debt and on the balance sheets, how they link to each other. And if you can either disconnect it or put more safety valves in the banks, you understand how a shock can or cannot go through the financial system, and you can avoid huge disasters in the financial system. That's an example. There are many more examples, like for example agent-based modeling can help understand when people start buying stocks or houses and the house price goes up and other people also want to buy a house, or the probability of buying a house or a stock increases, that these people start to create some kind of a feedback loop, a positive feedback loop, which is very, very dangerous in economics, and how politicians, for example, can reduce the positive feedback loop or the disastrous consequences of a feedback loop by, for example, reducing the amount of debt that people can borrow from a bank. And so in that respect, agent-based modeling and network theories, and they can help a lot for policymakers. I work in the financial markets, and I have to work with financial institutions that want to reduce the consequences of financial crisis. And so the financial markets are all about complexity, how people behave and how people gradually become euphoric and markets go totally out of balance, out of equilibrium. And so I need to understand why this happens, and I need to have early indicators why things go wrong or what the consequences will be if the markets really collapse. So I need to understand how the financial markets really are driven bottom up by the people, by all the agents in the financial markets, by the financial institutions. So I need to understand the complexity in the financial market. So I need complexity theory for it. Today we had a workshop on complexity and financial markets, and my role was in discussing the film Boom Bust Boom that I created together with Terry Jones the last 2 years, and having a discussion with the people in the room around, especially around education, for example. Do we need more diverse education? And well, there was a very interesting topic with some people thinking, oh, it's already okay, and some people really, really demanding much more pluralist and diverse education.